dear fellow Toastmasters and most other guests. It's a pleasure for me today to tell you something that may be important to all of you, or I hope at least some of you. Chronobiology. Chrono is a word from the ancient Greece. It means time. Of course, in Bangalore, I don't have to tell anybody it's biology. We have big business there. It's a new field of research. But let me start with a story. I do have a very good girlfriend, and at work she was always late. She tried several times. She tried very hard, but she was late. She wasn't very good at work either. But then she changed jobs. She had just to start at 10 a.m. in her new job. Of course, working hours continue to be late, like 10 p.m. then. But when I met her, what happened to this little girl? She changed. She was like a sparkling diamond, all bright up and polished. Just by changing work. She was the employee of the month. No, she had been in the job before to live the life of a lark. But she's an owl. What is a lark and an owl? A lark is a bird which rises very early. So these are the early morning risers. And an owl is a bird which is active at night. So these are the people who like to get up late and work late. And this is a very new field of medicine. We first started sleep medicine, but now there's a lot of different fields, researches just being done, and it has a tremendous impact on all of us. And it doesn't have any, if you are an Indian origin, or a German, or a European, or an Asian. The University of Taipei last year in December published a recent field study done with 3,000 students. They had to answer certain questions, and then the result is this an early riser, a lark, or is it an owl? And then they've seen what outcome, what personality were this. And you know what? It just did convert their thoughts we had before for 5 years in Boston Scientific and in München, that if you are an early riser, you tend to be more precise in your work. You tend to be more on the academic side. But if you are an owl, a night owl, you are more creative. So you would need in a team to be good, to build something where you can step on the company. Both sides. Because you need somebody to be precise, orderly, correct. And you need this guy who's head up in the sky to be the creative head of something. Because we need new inventions all the time. But the big thing is, you have to meet the needs of these people. Because if you force a night person, an owl, to work in the wee hours of the morning, you will have a good person and you will not have the best outcome. And the biggest capital and the most valued capital of a company is people, is human brain. As we heard, this person started the company with very little money. But what was with all the 7 people? It was the brains there. And you have to meet this to get the most out. And you have to know what chronobiotype you are. And you, of course, your beloved ones, your next of kin. Because you would understand your wife much better if you know what chronotype she is. And of course, you will be better or maybe a more charged father and mother if you know what chronotype your kids are. It's so important to meet the goals also from your kids because you want them to be as good as possible in school, and as we have shown in researches with pupils in Boston University, this has been done getting different classes for night owls and for larks. You have much better results for students, much more A levels. Isn't that incredible? It doesn't cost any money, it's just putting your brain into this. You know BMW, this big car manufacturer? Okay, a big part of us is like, I'm coming from the hospital, from origin. We have to work shifts. There's no way out of that. And if you are a car manufacturer, you have shift workers. The machine needs to run. So, it's highly important for shift workers to know what chronotype they are. They have shown, and this is why now the shift working shifts are done by chronotypes and preferences of people to reduce the rate of accidents in the fabric from 80%. And that's real money. And that gets your insurance rate down. Just by meeting that and fixing their work shift plans. Isn't that great? It doesn't cost you anything. But you have to know what type you are. What type are your next of kin, your employees. Even the risk to get cancer is much higher if you have to work against your chronotype. We know that owls have a higher risk to get a depression. We don't know yet why. But we know that it's genetic fixed, so you cannot change. It's about 50%, so it's the same rate as you're giving your intelligent IQ to your kids. So it's also about 50%. So you can try, and we all have to try, because we have to meet this social life. But we now have another word. We have a word of social jet lag. And an owl who has to live the life of a lark is in the permanent social jet lag. And this is why maybe why it's causing this depression. And maybe it's because it's not so good at work. And of course, every one of us wants to be good. This is why we are Toastmasters. We want to increase our capabilities. We want to be better. We want to be shining diamonds. Everyone, this is why we are here. We want to polish our skills. Because everyone is a diamond. And every employee is like a diamond which is not yet polished. If you want to know what chronotype you are and you are not sure, you can take part in a very huge scientific research program. I have written this internet address here. It's the University of München in Germany. And you can fill a form. It's also very English, not only German. And they send you back what kind of chronotype you are and some references. You can copy this out from the internet. And as you take part, we get a larger number from people where we can learn from. So, for your benefit, I sent you this, something from Germany, and I hope it helps you to become better employers and better employees. Thank you very much for your attention.